Good afternoon and welcome to our show, Thinking Aloud. Today we have a very interesting question to talk about. The question is it good to be always busy? In our modern world, many people are very, very busy. They work long hours at their jobs. They study a lot for school or for new skills. They also have many activities in their free time. Some people think this is a good way to live. They feel productive and they feel successful. Other people think this is a bad way to live. They say we need more rest and more free time to be happy and healthy. To talk about this important topic, we have two guests with us today. First, we have Tom. Tom is a young university student, and he thinks being busy is a good thing. He has a very active life. Welcome to the show, Tom. Next, we have Maria. Maria is a writer, and she thinks it's very important to have a slow and quiet life. She believes rest is necessary. Welcome to the show, Maria. Tom and Maria will share their different ideas with us. We'll start with their opening statements. Tom, you can start first.
Good afternoon, Lily. Thank you for having me on the show. Yes, I think it's very good to be busy. For me, a busy life is a happy life and an interesting life. I have three main reasons why I think this is true. My first reason is that when you're busy, you're always learning. I'm a university student, and my subject is history, but I also have a part-time job at a busy cafe. At the university, I study books and learn about the past. At the cafe, I learn how to talk to many different people. I also learn how to make very good coffee. On Saturdays, I'm taking a Spanish class, so every day, I learn something new. This makes my life very exciting. If I'm not busy, I feel like I'm not growing as a person. My second reason is that being busy helps you get what you want in life. These are your goals. My big goal is to become a history teacher one day. To do this, I need to study very hard and get good grades. I also need money for my education. So my part-time job is very important for my future. Maybe your goal is to buy a house. Or maybe you want to travel the world. You need to work hard and be busy to make these big dreams happen. Being lazy does not help you get your goals. You cannot expect good things to happen if you do nothing. My third and final reason is that being busy makes me feel good about myself. At the end of a long day, I'm often tired, but it's a good kind of tired. I'm happy because I look at all the things I did. I finished my homework for my history class. I worked hard at my job and earned money. Maybe I helped my family with something at home. I feel productive. I feel like my life is important and has a purpose. For me, sitting and doing nothing for a long time feels like a waste of time. So, yes, I truly believe a busy life is a good life.
Good afternoon, Lily and Tom. I have a very different idea about this topic. I do not think it's good to be always busy. In fact, I think it's very unhealthy and can make people very unhappy. I also have three reasons for my opinion. My first reason is that our bodies and our minds need to rest. If you're always busy, you can become very stressed. You can also become very, very tired. This is a big problem called burnout. When you're tired all the time, you can get sick more easily. You cannot think well, and you start to make mistakes at work or at school. Rest is not the same as being lazy. Rest is very important for your health. It's like sleeping at night. You need to sleep to have energy for the next day. In the same way, you need quiet time to keep your mind healthy and strong. My second reason is that if you're always busy, you have no time for the important people in your life. Your family and your friends are very important for your happiness. Think about this. When did you last have a long dinner with your family? A dinner where no one was looking at a phone or a computer. When did you spend a whole afternoon just talking and laughing with a good friend? These are the simple moments that make life beautiful and rich. Being too busy with work and study can make you feel very lonely. My third reason is that you need time for yourself. You need time for your hobbies and for doing nothing at all. I'm a writer, and I need quiet time to think of new ideas for my stories. If my head is full of tasks, I have no space for creativity. I also love to walk in the park and listen to the birds. I love to listen to music or read a book just for fun. These activities are not productive like a job, but they are very important. They make me feel calm and happy. They give my life meaning. Life is not just a long list of tasks to finish. Life is here for us to enjoy. So I believe a balanced life, with time for work and time for rest, is the best life.
Thank you, Maria. Those are very interesting points. Tom, let me ask you a question. Maria says that being always busy is bad for your health. She says we can get sick and feel tired all the time. What do you say to that?
I understand that point, and I agree that health is very important. Of course, no one wants to be sick. But I think you can be busy and healthy at the same time. For example, I go to the gym 3 times a week. That's another activity, so it makes my schedule busy, but it's good for my body. I also make sure I eat healthy food, like fruits and vegetables. Being busy does not mean you have to be unhealthy. It's about planning your time well. If you plan well, you can have time for work, study, and taking care of your body.
Maria, what do you think about that? Is it just about good planning?
Planning is helpful, but you cannot plan everything in life. And planning is still a mental activity. It's more work for your brain. Tom's example of the gym is good for the body, but it's still another thing to do. It's another task on your long list. I'm talking about real, deep rest. This is the time when you have no plan at all. You can just sit on a chair, breathe, and be calm. Your mind needs this kind of quiet, not just your body. It's about mental health, not only physical health.
That's an interesting idea, the difference between physical activity and mental rest. Tom, Maria also said that being busy means you have no time for friends and family. You said being busy helps you reach your goals, like becoming a teacher. Is a future goal more important than spending time with people now?
That's a difficult question. Of course, my friends and family are very important to me, but I think my family understands what I'm doing. I'm working for a better future for myself, and also for them. When I become a teacher and have a good job, I can help them more. It's a short-term sacrifice for a long-term benefit. I believe they're proud of me for working so hard. Also, I can be busy and still see my friends. We can study together at the library. We can have a quick coffee between classes. It's still possible to see them.
A quick coffee is nice, but it's not the same as a long, relaxed conversation. Life is happening right now, in this moment. It's not happening in the future. If we're always waiting for the future to be happy, we miss our life today. Every day is a gift that we're not opening. What if you get your big house or your good job, but you've lost your connection with your family? What if your friends are not close to you anymore? Was it worth it? I think happiness is in the small moments we share with people every day. We should not sacrifice today for a tomorrow that's not certain.
Let me ask you both about creativity. Maria, you said you need quiet time to be creative. Tom, do you think being busy helps or hurts your creativity?
That's a great question. I think being busy makes me more creative. When you have a lot to do, you have to be creative with your time. You find new and faster ways to do things. Also, because I do many different things, I get ideas from many places. Maybe an idea from my Spanish class helps me with a history problem. Or a conversation at the cafe gives me a new way to think about something. My mind is always active and making connections.
I see things differently. For me, creativity needs space. Imagine your mind is a small room. If the room is full of furniture, there's no space to walk around or to put anything new inside. But if the room is empty, you can dance, you can think, you can bring in new ideas. My best ideas come when I'm not trying to think. They come when I'm walking, or washing dishes, or just looking out the window. This is because my mind is quiet and has space to be creative.
So we have very different views on health, relationships, and creativity. It's time for your final thoughts. Tom, please give us your closing statement.
To conclude, I still believe that being busy is a positive thing. It's how we grow as people. It's how we learn new skills. And it's how we build a good future for ourselves and our families. Being busy gives my life a feeling of purpose. It makes me feel alive and useful. Of course, as Maria said, we must be smart about it. We must take care of our health. But for me, the opposite of a busy life is a boring life. I do not want a boring or an empty life. I want to live a full life full of experiences, challenges, and achievements. I choose to be busy because I choose to make the most of my time on Earth. A busy life is an active life, and I think that's the best way to live.
Thank you, Tom. And now, Maria, what is your closing statement?
My final thought is this. The question is it good to be always busy? And my answer is clearly no. The important word is always. Life needs balance. Like a good song has both music and silence, a good life must have both work and rest. Without the silence, the music is just noise. Being busy all the time is a recipe for unhappiness and poor health. The most beautiful moments in life often happen when we're not busy at all. These are the moments when we watch a beautiful sunset, or when we laugh with a friend until our stomach hurts, or when we enjoy a quiet cup of tea in the morning. We should remember to work to live, not live to work. A happy life is a balanced life, and that's what we should all try to find.
Thank you, Tom, and thank you, Maria, for sharing your different and interesting views. Today, we heard two very different ideas about how to live a good life. Tom told us that a busy, active life is a productive and successful one. He believes it helps us reach our goals and learn new things every day. He feels that being busy gives his life purpose. Maria told us that a quiet, balanced life is a happy one. She believes we need rest for our minds and bodies. She also believes we need time for the people we love and for ourselves. Both Tom and Maria have very good points. Maybe the best answer is different for every person. Now, we want to ask you, our listeners, what do you think? Is it good to be always busy? What does a good life look like for you? Do you feel more like Tom or more like Maria? Thank you for joining us today on Thinking Aloud. Goodbye.